What's up, fellow YouTubers? This is Stan Is Law. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I haven't done a video in a long time. I mean, I kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna do today. I've got long boxes. Well, those are short boxes. Some long boxes right there. Long boxes behind my comic books, my graded ones at least. More short boxes, kind of everywhere in my comic room slash my geek room. This is definitely geekdom. Just got books laying around, like new books that need to get sorted. My games, Magic cards, and beer. There's a lot of beer here. Not only am I a comic book geek, but I'm definitely a beer geek. I love to brew, and I love to check out comics while I'm brewing and just sitting around waiting and stuff. So, anyway, I was thinking about showing off some signed issues, and I have most of my signed issues in that top drawer. So yeah, let's get to it. Let me situate the camera. I should have probably thought about how I was going to do this before I started filming or recording. Yeah. So I'll probably just take them out. And so right off the bat, you can see Stan Lee's signatures on X-Men 94 and Strange Tales 133. Strange Tales 133 was my first Stan Lee signature that I bought. I don't know why I got it. I just got it because young, dumb, and I felt like getting a Stan Lee signature. This was like, what year did I get that? Maybe 4 years ago. That was from 2012, but I got it after I got already graded and I bought it signed like that for a dumb price. I think I paid like $180 for it, but now you're paying $100 for a Stan Lee signature, and that book's about $70. So I didn't overpay, but at the same time, it's not a valuable book. It has no meaning whatsoever. It has a Puppet Master appearance. That's about it. Yeah, so let's get started. So I've got a nice little section. It's not all of them that I've signed, because a lot of my signed books are graded and verified by CGC or CBCS. And yeah, here we go. So Archer and Armstrong #1. Jim Shooter autograph, signature. It's a 9.2 plus. Archer and Armstrong are a hilarious team from Valiant. I love them. Armstrong's got this bag that just has all these amazing liqueurs and booze in it, not to mention like whatever, anything. Like, it's just so awesome, and it's kind of like my beer cellar slash beer comic book room. You know, it just has all these hidden gems and whatnot. It's kind of funny. Scott Schneider. No, Jock. Jock signed this one. It is a Scott Schneider book, Witches. And there's a Jock signature. They're so hard to come by. And when I saw it for $5, I'm like, dude, I gotta pick it up. I mean, I got it for $5, and I've never been able to get a Jock signature. So, and here's another one, and which is #1, first cover. I think that's #2. Yeah, the first one I held up was #2, and that's another Jock signature, and that one was $10. So for $15, I got 2 Jock signatures, and Jock is probably right now my favorite artist. I I love the guy. I know here's another Witches, signed by Scott Schneider though. So this book was kind of going somewhere for a while, but really I just love the writers and the artists. That's why I picked him up, signed, and I never read it, so that's kind of horrible. But when I get something signed, I don't normally read it because I don't want to ruin the value of the book. So, 2 Daredevil 181s. I mean, you could probably guess who I have them signed by. One is a 9.2 that I cracked open because it was graded, but it had the signature inside. I knew it had the signature inside, so I cracked it open. This is the 9.2. Now let me take it out. The signature is beautiful. I love signatures on the first page. I really do. The only problem is you don't see them, you know, and it's an old school way of signing, and it probably will never be done again like that, just because people do want to see the signature. But I mean, I'm trying to be very careful. This is my 9.2. I mean, such a beautiful Frank Miller signature. It's probably actually not the most beautiful Frank Miller signature I've seen, but right away you know it's Frank Miller. And when I saw the picture of it, you can tell. You guys got to be careful about getting scammed about signatures, and Frank Miller's a rare one. I've seen Frank Miller signatures that supposedly were Frank Miller's, but didn't look anything like his other signatures that were verified and censused. So it makes me think. I tried getting a Frank Miller signature at C2E2 this year, and the only way you could have gotten it is if you got like this VIP pass. I wasn't gonna pay $400 or $350, whatever it was, for it. I'm gonna take the next one out. The other one was pretty good. I think I like this signature better. Miller's run on Daredevil is so iconic, and like he rebooted the series. Like there's no better artist / writer that you could have sign a Daredevil book. I mean, this one I'm not even gonna bend over. This is just so beautiful. I mean, look at that Frank Miller signature. It's freaking gorgeous, man. Like I sold one of these after I got it verified. It was The Death of Elektra. Was it 180? I believe this is The Death of Elektra, 181. Yeah, this is The Death of Elektra, 182. That's the one I had signed by him and sold for a nice amount after I had the signature verified, because it was 9.6, 182. It was where Daredevil has his mask off and he's like crying in front of the grave of Elektra. Iconic freaking cover. I love that cover. But yeah. Anyway, I'm doing this live, guys. This is all from my head. I don't have like cue cards that are telling me what issue. So please take everything lightly. I know I always write that in, but I remember what I'm talking about, and I should know what I'm talking about. But I do this after work, and I'm having a few booze here and there. I mean, you can't blame me. I bust my ass. Excuse my language. Yeah. It's funny. 182. He's hugging her grave, and I have another one signed like that. So let's check this one out. Guys, I never look at these signatures ever. I look at them the first time when I buy them, and then they just sit in here forever. So when I do these videos, it's like Christmas all over again when I get to see him. Oh man, that's a sick signature. The F just goes over the M. The top of the F. It's just beautiful. And I sold one of these at a 9.6. This is obviously not a 9.6. This is probably like a 9 at best, an 8. 8.85. 8.85 at the very best. Even that is kind of giving it some. So an 8.5 with his signature obviously isn't going to go for $200 like I sold. Well, maybe 180. I sold it for 180 because it was best offer. I was asking for 200. I accept the offer at 180 for the 9.6 with Frank Miller's signature. This was years ago. Yeah. Ooh, one of my favorite Scott Schneider signatures ever. That's like the Mask cover. It's Batman from Cowl to Scowl. I'm not sure what type of issue this was. I just love the cover. It was a Mask swipe homage. And it was a beautiful Scott Schneider signature. I mean, look at that. Look, it's just perfect. It's artistic in its own right. Yeah. It's gorgeous. So when I saw it, I had to get it. This is definitely 9698. 9698. What else do we have? Oh, I must have skipped over some Daredevil because I've got 186 right here. Oh, this signature is done by like a crayon or something. It's a really... Or the marker was just going all out. You see it? Definitely Frank Miller's. It's super vague. You see it? It's right on front cover. It's kind of got the perfect placement, but it's just fading. Like, yeah, it was a marker that was going out. That sucks. That sucks. But it's still a beautiful book. I love the book. It's a 9.2, 9.2 plus shape, and it's a Frank Miller signature on the front of the book. I don't have one of those, so I had to get it. I paid like 20 bucks for this. Cheap. For Frank Miller's signature, yeah, it's cheap. It's not like Stan Lee's where it's on like everything, and I still pay a crap ton for Stan Lee's signatures. Klaus Janssen's signature on Spotlight #1. It was a free book back in the 80s, but it's the first appearance of the Watchmen. So, yeah, pretty significant. And Janssen signed it in 85. It's an 85, 85, 80, 85 on the high end. I don't want to make this video too long, guys, but I'm halfway done, and I'm done ranting. Charles Soules and Steve McNiven's signature on these Death of Wolverines. I've got them all signed. Buy them the whole series. So I'm not going to show you guys all of them because that's just pointless. They're all signed, every single one of them, 1 through 4. Here I have a Spider-Man #1. Gold cover, really poor shape, probably like a 6.5, 7.0, maybe a 6.0, maybe a 6.0, 6.5 at the very best. But it's Stan Lee's signature and Todd McFarlane's. I don't have both their signatures on one book. I've got their signatures on different books, but this is both their signatures on one book, and it's not in the greatest of shape. But I had to have it. I got it for like 95 bucks. Years ago at 95 bucks. Not anymore. I don't think I'd get it at 95 bucks anymore. Another Scott Schneider signature. I was on this binge for Scott Schneider after he wrote Batman. I loved it, and I had to have a signature. There's a signature right there. Swamp Thing, New 52. So pretty awesome cover. Scott Schneider signature. Alright, what else do we have here? This is Sagas of the Swamp Thing, number 21. I believe this is the retold origin. And Steve Bissette signed this in 1992. This is a good 7.5. Nothing crazy. Not like the nicest of books. Steve Bissette's signature is right there. It's a pretty smooth signature. Alright. Obviously, another Scott Schneider signature. And is that Nayun's signature? Or is that Lee's signature? I don't think that's Lee's. That's gotta be Nayun. Scott Schneider, and I'm not sure whose signature that is. I don't think it's Jim Lee's. I don't have any Jim Lee signatures, and if I did, this would be the one. But I think it's Dustin Nayun. But Scott Schneider signature from Superman Unchained, number 1, New 52. Sorry guys, this is already 16 minutes. We're going to make this under 20. Fantastic Four, number 54. I love the cover. I've always loved this cover. And then there's a signature on the inside. Can you guys guess whose signature this is?